All right, here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Module number 12. This is it.
The final module of the Fit for the Holidays challenge. I can't believe it.
I know. 3 months went by like nothing. It's insane.
Before we get going, you guys, I wanted to say thank you so much for everybody who is a part of this challenge. We have so much fun putting these together for you guys, and we really hope that you are able to implement the habits that were talked about over the last 3 months, are able to think about some of the ways that we approach our health and our fitness in terms of our mindset, in terms of our environment. Well, you know what? Before I get too ahead of myself, let's just go ahead and hop into the
Let's
module.
do it. Absolutely. Let's jump into it.
This one here is my favorite, you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about deep health. All right, you guys, when it comes down to it, health is wealth. When we take care of the following crucial components of our life, we simply thrive.
All right. So when we say deep health, what that means is you are thriving in the most fundamental parts of your life. So we've broken that down. It's broken down into 6 core components. We've got your environment. We've got your emotional well-being. We've got your existence and the goals that you achieve in your life. We've got relationships, mental health, and physical health are the core components that if you really take your time to fine-tune all these areas of your life, it's like a recipe for nothing but success.
Absolutely. And I want you guys to think of these things as parts of a whole. So that whole being your life, and a happier life at that. So when we have all of these things figured out, it does paint quite a nice picture for us.
Absolutely. So the first thing we want to touch on is your environment. So the places we spend our time have a huge impact on all the areas of our well-being. A healthy, happy environment is going to nurture a healthy, happy life. That's the long and short of it, plain and simple. So as we work through these, we do actually have some questions for you guys on each one of these topics. So if you want to grab a pen and piece of paper, excuse me, pen and a piece of paper. It's just going to be from 1 to 10, 1 being not true for you at all, 10 being absolutely true for you. And then as we go through, we're just going to kind of see what areas might need a little bit of improvement.
Absolutely. And this is something you guys don't necessarily even have to share. If you wanted to share in the Facebook group afterwards, that would be amazing. But this is an important exercise, even just to do for yourself. So please take the time to write it down. Even if you're not planning on sharing it with somebody, it will still help to put pen to paper here.
So our question for our environment: does your environment contribute to your well-being and healthy habits from a scale of 1 to 10? I'll give you a second to write that down.
When we're talking about environment, we simply mean what's around you. Is it serving you right now?
Absolutely. The places that you spend your time in.
So what we want you to do is we want you to ensure that your space is clean and safe. Eliminate excess mess and toxins. This is just going to be important because, that comes down to our health. If we're not going to be healthy if we're in an unsafe environment, that's for sure. Ensure that your space thrills you. Hang inspiration posters, memorabilia, things that make you smile. Make it look nice for you. So for instance, in my gym, my mom one year made me up a mock IFBB Pro card to help inspire me for achieving the real thing. And even though the year has passed, I still keep that up on the wall because it reminds me that I'm loved. It reminds me that I have goals, and it just keeps me feeling driven.
Awesome. Absolutely. This is actually one of my favorites, music and scent. So candles, it's going to make a huge difference. It's really setting the mood. Something that Kendall and I started doing is before boot camp, we actually light a little vanilla scented candle or whatever scented candle we have. We put it in the corner of the room, and it just, I don't know what it is. It just makes the energy in there feel so much better. It's so much more comfortable. You want to spend more time in there. So that's something that has been huge for us.
Not to mention, if you wanted to get really crazy about it and you wanted to use the same scent every time and only that scent while you're working out, then all of a sudden you can start using scent to bring your brain to that place and start using scent almost as a bit of a pre-workout, because your body will recognize that that's how it smells when you're about to get things done, and it'll start implementing all of the internal things that our body does to help us be more successful in our workouts. So it's a very, very fun way to kind of get a little bit of extra oomph out of your workouts.
Science is so cool.
Science is the coolest. Body science, man, it's a bomb.
Why is this not working for us here? There we go. All right. So some of the places that you can focus on is your gym space. This is a huge one. Whether you're at home or at the gym, you want to set a mood with your music and make sure you've got a clean workspace. If you're working out at home, take the time one day out of the week or every couple of weeks to just tidy everything up, make it look nice. So when you walk into that gym to get your workout in, you're not thinking, oh, this is a mess. I don't want to deal with these weights. You just get in there and you get it done. Another area to look at, your bedroom. This is where you start your day and end your day. A more comfortable and lovely sleep space is absolute game changer. Walking into a bedroom where the bed's made, the clothes are all put away, and it's cozy, you can just lie down, go to sleep, get a nice, good sleep. Wonderful. Another spot, your kitchen. Cooking seems like a smaller task when you're not cooking around a disaster area. That's, yeah. So the same way it works for your gym space, for your bedroom, walking into that clean space, not having a bunch of dishes that you have to worry about before you start cooking is going to make it more fun for you. It's going to make you want to do that cooking. And then finally, in our relationships, we'll chat about that in a little bit. That's a whole area on its own, but our hint is keep people around that make you feel good. So the people in your environment, they do affect your overall environment.
Something that I would recommend for you guys, if you're interested in speakers or people, and influential people, I do recommend a speech done by Jordan Peterson. I believe the title may be Make It Beautiful.
Make It Beautiful, yeah.
And it is just incredible to kind of go a little bit deeper into what we're talking about here and how much you can create beauty and depth in your life just by having your surroundings be more managed. And it makes it more manageable as well. So anyways, definitely something worth looking into. Make It Beautiful by Jordan Peterson. Great talker, a great speaker.
Absolutely.
Next, we've got our emotional and mental health. Speaking of which, staying in tune and aware of our emotions and challenging ourselves mentally through learning and problem solving will build confidence and reduce stress. Up top, lay it on me. Ain't that the truth?
Yep.
All right. Let's talk about that emotional stress first. So our next question for you guys here.
How has your general mood and outlook been? So 1 would be not very good. 10 would be you're absolutely killing the game. You feel great. No issues there. So give you a second to kind of think about that one. Think about where you're at on that scale.
And I want you guys to try to pull yourselves away from what's happening globally and just really focus on your own life, the things that you can control.
Yep, 100%.
Identify from there if you are able to express your emotions honestly and maturely. This is going to be a really good way, a really good way for us to be able to tell how we're actually developing emotionally. If we start acting really immaturely, obviously we're working backwards. So we want to try to stay away from that. Are you able to calm yourself down when you're upset or anxious? That's another good indicator of whether or not you're growing. Oops.
So next question, moving on into the mental well-being. Our question for you is, how confident do you generally feel in new or familiar situations? Whether it's a new challenge, whether it's a challenge you've lived with your entire life, whether it's something you're comfortable with, no matter what, how are you dealing with all of these situations in your life? How confident do you feel about your ability to solve these problems?
And whether or not you approach these new situations at all.
Yeah,
that could be a big
You're
thing.
Putting them off. Yeah, 100%.
A lot of times when we don't do something, it's because it's new and we don't know how well we're going to do it, so we don't try. And I want you guys to try to work away from that. All right.
Yes. So remember your successes, even those micro wins like making your bed, brushing your teeth, getting enough water in your day. They're going to build confidence, knowing that you're working towards that great goal. Challenges like the Fit for the Holidays, and we're going to have our Fit for the New Year coming up, are designed specifically to help you build confidence and learn what you're capable of.
When you go to the gym or when you start your workouts or when you start your day, we want you to feel like you have more capability. We want you to know that you are capable of doing everything that you need to do to give yourself the most successful life possible. I know it sounds a little bit out there, but it's truly not. When we nail the little things as often as possible, then we're going to start seeing that compound in our life, and those little things start becoming much, much bigger.
All right. So some of the good practices you can use in your emotional and mental well-being: practice quiet mindfulness. Essentially, you're going to force yourself to be bored every once in a while. Take a second to kind of get in tune with yourself. Think about how you're feeling. Think about how you're acting in your day and how you're acting on your emotions throughout the day. Just breathe, relax, empty your mind, and really focus on you.
We often forget that other thoughts come up when we're bored. When we are always having Candy Crush on our phones, or we're always trying to watch videos or TikToks or just do things, scroll social media to try to distract our brains from boredom, what we're doing is we're cutting ourselves off from these genius thoughts that can only happen when we don't have anything else on our mind. So it's really important that we give ourselves just return to that baseline every once in a while so that you can see what kind of thoughts arise for you.
Absolutely. And we can't say this next one enough. Journal and plan on paper with a pen or pencil. Write it down often. This is going to slow our brain waves and help us solve problems and come up with creative solutions. Taking the time to write our thoughts down, write our problems down, we're going to have all that time while we're writing to think about solutions, think about what we can be doing to really solve those issues in our lives.
Think about how fast your thoughts go through your brain. It's almost impossible to catch one sometimes. That is true. When we think thoughts, it goes very, very quickly. When we speak thoughts, it slows it down quite a bit. But when we write thoughts, that is the way that we are able to slow down our brain physically so much that we're actually able to, like it says here, just come up with solutions that we wouldn't come up with in any other circumstance.
Another nice thing about journaling, how you're feeling throughout your day and according to certain events, you can look back on that and see how certain things made you feel, and then you can use that to kind of plan your next month. You can plan your goals in the future based on how you're going to feel about certain interactions and certain things that happen in your life.
Absolutely. Yes. Use it as a bit of a guide to life. Yeah, exactly. Existential. This was one of my favorites because it's big. Setting goals and holding ourselves accountable will lead to a sense of meaning and purpose in our lives. And that is so true. We can't float. We can't float through lives if we want to feel, we have to have a direction, or otherwise we're going to be aimless.
Yeah, exactly. So our question here, how does how you are living affect or reflect your deeper values? Are the actions you're taking really going to make you feel good about who you are, about how you're living your life? So 1 would be not so much, 10 would be absolutely. I'm doing the best I can and I feel good about it.
So when we talk about affecting your deeper values, is that negatively impacting your deeper values? And when we say reflect your deeper values, is that showing that you are on your way to living your deeper values? Do those two things, are they similar? Set goals clearly tied to a why that fulfills you. My goodness, it does not matter if we are talking about financial goals, familial goals, physical goals. We want to make sure that you are feeling like you're working towards something that is going to put you out on top. If you're trying to work really, really hard and it's only going to benefit other people, or ultimately it's going to set you back, why are you doing it? You got to make sure that, and don't get me wrong, helping other people. If you're one of those people where that makes you feel good, then yes, absolutely do that. As you guys know, we absolutely love to be able to do our part in the community. A little nod to Boogie with the Stars. Just so you guys know, 10% of everything we make from here on to February is going to go towards that. But I digress. I just want you to know that that is good as long as it feels fulfilling. But don't feel obligated to do those things if at the end of the day it doesn't make you feel good. All right. Identify what you feel your purpose in life is right now.
Absolutely. So whether that's taking care of yourself, whether that's taking care of the relationships in your life, whatever it is, whatever matters, you want to figure out what is the most important thing to you and what you see as a happy life.
Find reasons to be optimistic about the future. Focus on your successes. So for here, it's very easy to find things that are wrong with this world. I'm sure we all know that. But when we start to focus on finding reasons to be thrilled about the world we live on, thrilled about the lives we live, then all of a sudden it becomes easier to focus on our successes. It becomes easier to see more beauty in the world, because what we think about, we bring about.
Absolutely.
All right, so talking about this existential part of our lives, I really want to encourage you guys to try this following exercise. So it's called the old me versus the new me. So what we actually did this one as we were developing ourselves as coaches, and I'd say it made a pretty
huge
absolutely
difference. Just kind of seeing where we came from to where we want to go. It's so helpful just being able to visualize all that.
Absolutely. And we've seen this impact our clients as well. So it's really important, you guys. What we're going to get you to do is on a piece of paper, I want you to grab a piece of paper and you're going to split it right down the middle. So you're going to have one half and a second half, of course. We are going to get you to write down on that first half who you used to be or who you are now if you'd like to change. So that person what does that person do? What habits do they have that didn't serve them?
Or habits that you don't have yet, things that you avoid doing as well.
Yes, things you're procrastinating on as well.
Yeah.
On the other half, who are you now if you've changed, or who would you like to be? What does that person do? What habits do they perform to bring them success? And it can be list form, you guys. It can be a paragraph. It can be whatever you want. What we did is we put a picture of ourselves in the middle where we felt really empowered and strong. And that kind of just helped to be, when I felt really empowered, that how did I feel when that happened? How would I like to feel more like that in the future?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And then you guys keep that. You're going to have, by the time you're done, hopefully you'll feel so inspired that you're going to have the whole sheet filled out, and you're going to be able to see on the left side, you're going to see things that you're going to want to avoid and try not to do as much these days. And then on the right side, you're going to see the new person you are. You're going to celebrate the things that you've done more positively and the things that are going to help you out in the future if you start to do them a little bit more consistently.
Absolutely. All right, so moving on to relationships, or the relational portion. The people we spend our time with can either inspire and encourage us or bring us down and hold us back. It's so important to recognize that we all deserve relationships that make us stronger. We deserve to surround ourselves with people that lift us up.
I love this one. This
Yeah.
one, again, is one that we've really changed our relationships in the last couple of years, and it's made a big difference.
100%.
So can you be your authentic self with the people around you on a scale of 1 to 10? I think this one, I think you know what end of the scale you want to be on.
Absolutely.
So one of the things we can do here, you guys, is we can communicate often with your coach and teammates by posting in the group or in other groups that you follow, but know that the Little Fit family is there. We want you to be able to build relationships with people who are inspiring and like-minded.
Share your goals with people. Absolutely. Next up, surround yourself with people who inspire you to be your best. If your group of people you're hanging out with right now, all they ever want to do is sit around and watch Netflix and drink and whatever, maybe it's time to find a new group of friends. Find people who want to go out hiking, who want to win competitions and challenge themselves and learn new things. Hang out with those people because they're going to inspire the absolute crap out of you.
And if you're one of those people who doesn't feel joy by helping others, being around people who do that's gonna kind of rub off on you a little bit. So getting out there and taking part of events and fundraisers is such a great way to meet new people, be inspired, and be able to really help people who are in need.
100%. All right. Workout partners can help keep you on track, accountable, and enjoying the process. It is so much more fun when you get to work with someone one-on-one or even over Zoom or however you're doing it. It makes it so much more fun to have that group energy. Partners, friends, roommates, and hey, especially your personal trainer. We love working out. We love hanging out and helping out and getting our workouts in as well. So this is huge for getting great workouts in and really enjoying the process.
And keep in mind, you guys, I know that we've been doing in the challenge, it has been a group fitness class format, but we also do offer one-on-one sessions. So if you guys ever wanted a little bit extra help, you want a little extra accountability or just someone to laugh with while you're working out, let us know, because we want to help you in all of these different aspects, and we want to help you be able to find those partners, friends, and roommates that will get you in the gym, get you feeling inspired.
Absolutely.
All right, so you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and nothing rings more true than this. If you hang out around people who aren't doing much or getting anywhere,
you're gonna do the same. You're gonna fit right into that crowd of people because that's who you see every day. That's who's inspiring you. Sitting on the couch is the epitome of having a good time on the weekend, right?
If you are the coolest person in your friend group, then you need to find new friends.
That's it. That's a good rule. That's a good rule. I like that.
Absolutely. I think that's really important, you guys. You hang out with people who make you feel good, who make you want to do better.
Absolutely. So spend time with the people who value you, but offer value themselves. It needs to be a partnership rather than just one person taking everything and one person giving everything. It's really important to find those relationships that are beneficial to everybody involved.
Absolutely. It feels good. It feels good that way.
Absolutely, it does.
Then,
yes,
the physical.
Yeah.
I mean,
we had to talk about the physical.
Of course, we had to. We did leave it for last because it's so important. Exercise and physical activity have a direct impact on our mental health and will keep us feeling energized and ready to face any challenges that come our way. Not only that, you guys, physical activity changes our DNA and how our DNA expresses itself. It's incredible. So
let's jump into it. How healthy do you generally feel day to day, 1 to 10? Are you feeling like you're ready to challenge every day, no matter what physical activity comes your way? Or are you kind of slugging along, feeling tired all the time?
Questions to ask yourself. Am I often nauseous or struggle with food intolerances that I don't expect? Am I progressing in my physical goals? If you are aiming to lose weight or build muscle, When was the last time you did that? How does this progression feel? If you are progressing, does it feel good or has it made you more tired? For example, are you stronger? Do you have more flexibility? Do you have more energy? Or on the other hand, are those things less true?
All right, so the important thing to do is simply maintain our physical health. Follow custom plans, guidelines, or recommendations for nutrition from your certified coaches. It is always great to get a lending hand from people who have studied and who have practiced. You know you're getting good information.
Not to mention, you guys, there is so much math involved in making sure that you have the right amount of calories to feed your liver, your heart, your digestive system, your muscles, everything, your hormones. And that's what we do, is we really want to break that down for you guys so you don't have to think about it. You don't have to break out the calculators. We do all that for you.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yep. So next up, we want you to try to work out a minimum of 5 times a week for at least 30 minutes at a time. When you really think about it, that's not that much. 30 minutes out of each day, that's nothing. That's a TV show that you could sit away from for a minute and get your workout in. And finally, of course, sleep well. A minimum of 7 hours a night is perfect. Is great, but 8 is absolutely perfect. If you can get that 8 hours of a good quality sleep, you're going to have the perfect amount of recovery. You're going to feel great.
All right, you guys, this is the end of an era and the beginning of another. So yes, this challenge might be over, but really we hope that you continue to use these habits, use the things you've learned in this course and be able to implement it, not just in your physical life, but in all aspects of your life as well.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this Fit for the Holidays challenge, we invite you to write down your successes that you experienced over these last 3 months. Anything that happened that was super exciting, that really you overcame that goal, write it down. Keep track of those things.
Give yourself some credit.
100%. What goals will you set for your next challenge, whether that's with us, with our next 3 months challenge, or with whatever challenge you have coming up in the near future?
Maintain the habits we've encouraged over the last 3 months. So like I mentioned before, we have given you guys lots of great information, lots of great things that you can do to make sure that you're not only getting the physical results that you want out of your body and your energy and your health, but you're also able to just live a really great, fulfilling life all around.
Absolutely.
Treat yourself kindly. And remember, not all great things come at once. One challenge won't change your life. It can't. It's only 3 months. But it's what you choose to do with what you've learned, what you've practiced, and what your next steps will be that will actually change your life.
Absolutely. All right. So with that, your mission, we do ask, please, if you could leave a review on Facebook and Google. We are offering 10% off your next Little Fit service. And it does help us make more of an impact on women's lives.
And remember, you guys, that on Facebook and Google, we are the Little Fit Company. So if you know where to find us, please leave that. That's where you'll leave those reviews and it'll really help us out.
Absolutely. And when we said the 10% off your next Little Fit service, that means anything, whether it's boot camp, whether it's our next 3 months challenge, or if it's for some one-on-one personal time.
Get ready for your team photo shoot, baby. So as you guys know, all of our ongoing Little Fit clients are invited to the team photo shoot we have with professional photographer Focal Point Studios on December 18th. So make sure that you're messaging us, contacting us on some of the ways that we can help you get ready, kind of eliminate some nerves. I hope you're not nervous. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be very relaxed, but a great way to celebrate the challenges and the changes that you've been able to overcome and make in the last couple of years or months. Excuse me.
Yes, absolutely. All right, and finally, if you could tag us in a post on Facebook so we can share your story. If you have any goals, any successes that you want to put out there into the universe, if you tag us, we will share it ourselves and help inspire even more people.
It really can be anything, you guys. Anything that you think that you have overcome that could inspire somebody or you'd like to, or just really anything that you think might impact somebody and also give you the opportunity to tell your story, because you deserve credit, you deserve recognition, and we would absolutely love to be able to help you get that, help you get your story out there, and just one more way to celebrate everything you've been able to accomplish.
100%. All right, and with that, that was module 12. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're 3 months down. I'm
not
so
ready.
I know. Now that final slide's over, and I'm like, that was it. That was the final slide. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to all of these modules. Thank you for joining us for this 3 month challenge. We do hope to see you in the future. We hope to get to continue to work with all of you wonderful people. Yeah.
And remember, you guys, if you guys are interested in continuing your goals, continuing progressing towards the best body that you can have, a long, healthy life, and a happy one at that, then make sure that you contact us either at kendall@thelittlefitco.com, Tyler@thelittlefitco.com. Of course, we'll link everything down below or
Absolutely.
in the drive. And we just want you guys to know that once a member of the Little Fit team, always a member of the Little Fit team, and there'll always be space for you. We want to have you guys here. We want to help you find success, and it's just what we love to do.
Absolutely. All right. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. We love you. We're so grateful for you, and we're just so excited for the next one. Have an amazing day. You know we're here for any questions that you have.